victory over your enemies. He will give you victory over your enemies. The 7 priests shall bear before the ark 7 trumpets of ram horns, and the 7th day ye shall compass the city 7 times. We have 7 priests, 7 trumpets, 7th day, and 7 times. He's talking about the number 7. Why? 7 is the number of completion. 7 is the number of completion. God gave that command. It is done. It is done. He said it, he spoke it, and it is done. What was the ark? The ark of the covenant was a sacred chest built by the Israelites under exact specifications given to them by God. It included a pledge by God that he would dwell among his people and give them guidance from the mercy seat on top of the ark. Now, if we carry the ark and God's sitting on top, he's giving you complete guidance. You can't go wrong. Even in our lives today, he's guiding us. We're not doing anything by ourselves. He's leading, he's guiding us, he's walking with us. When we think nobody's with us, he's with us. He's behind us, he's in front of us. He will not fail us. God told Moses to place the 10 commandments inside the ark. Later, a pot of manna and Aaron's staff were added into the ark. I wanted to know a little bit about the ark. I've heard it, but I didn't know much about it. But I wanted to find out exactly what was the ark. And my research just told me it was a sacred place. And wherever they went, they carried the ark. Even when they were out in the wilderness, they would just put the ark in a tent to preserve it. But as I talk about God will give you victory over your enemies, God will prepare a table in the presence of your enemies. You don't have to fight your enemies. You don't have to retaliate. The Lord will fight your battles. You don't have to do or stand. But if God say move, move. You don't have to do anything. God will be there for you. He said that he will fight your battles. But a lot of times we want to do it. I know that I do. I'm like, okay, Lord, I know you said you're going to do it, but, where he at? But God, he's on his own time. But he's coming. He's on his own time. When he do something, he want to get the glory. He don't want you to say, I did that. I took care of them because, in actuality, we ain't did nothing. God has to do it for us. When God said march around the wall 7 times, Joshua could have doubted. 7 times? Why I just can't do it 1 time, Lord? What I need to do it 7 times for? But he didn't know, but if he look back what God has did for the Israelites. He provided them with manna. He provided water from a rock. He even when Joshua, we've been studying in Bible study, even when Joshua and his sister talked about Moses, because Moses married a black woman. And, of course, we was talking about there was prejudice back then. But, he seen God turn his sister into leprosy. So he know God was powerful. It wasn't no doubt about that. He know what God was able to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just here to tell you, God is awesome, and the battle is not yours. The battle is the Lord, whatever it may be, whatever you may be battling. It may be sickness, it may be bills, it may be children. My God, it may be children. But the battle is not ours. The battle is given unto the swift. The battle is the Lord. He will take care of it. He will provide it. He'll make your enemies apologize. He'll make your enemies pay your bills. God is able. He is able. It's nothing too hard for him. He's a God. He's powerful. He is powerful.
Yes, he is.
People may be wondering, how are you still standing up? How are you still walking? How are you still in your right mind and your son got 30 years? How are you in your right mind? You got a house and a brand new car and you done lost your job. How are you still in your right mind? Your husband and your wife might be dying of cancer. How are you still in your right mind? You in It's not where your help comes from. There is no doubt about it. There is no doubt about it. When God comes, he don't come to play. He comes to show up and show out. My God. It is awesome. And you know, when we're praying, you just can't, I can't stress enough, when you're praying and you're meditating, listen. Because if we're talking to God, God will talk back to you. Listen. And when he tells you to do something, do it. Do it. It might be out of the ordinary. You know, he might even say turn around 7 times. What did he tell Joshua? Walk around the wall of Jericho 7 times. You might say, that's crazy. But remember, God is not a normal God. He is not a normal God. You know, he come to just show up and show out. He want to make sure he get the glory. He don't want us to say we did anything. We may do something simple, but God is not going to do it simple. As I was praying, and, you know, I felt the Holy Spirit just unctioning me to get on my knees, and I'm saying to myself, well, you know, I got bad knees. I had knee surgery. If I get down there on my knees and pray, Lord, it's going to hurt, and I ain't going to be able to get up. And I'm like, Lord, have mercy. So I finally made it over there, got on my knees, and I prayed and listened to the Lord. And when I got back up, it wasn't no problem. It wasn't no pain.
Jesus, thank you.
And I was like, my God, wasn't nobody but God.
Thank you.
If I did that on my own, I'd be in all kind of pain.
Thank you.
But God will be with you.
Yes.
He said that he'll never leave nor forsake you. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He is an awesome God. Amen. There is no doubt. There is no doubt.